Hey everybody, welcome back. If you're just getting here, this is Tattoo Collectables, and I'm your host, Eric. This week on the show, it's machines. Nothing but machines today. In the What's in the Mail, in the machine heads. People seem to be digging those, so we're going to keep them rolling on. So without too much more, I'm going to slide you over to What's in the Mail, Eric. See what's in the mail.
What's in the mail?
Slide me in. Okay, this week, he's right. We've got nothing but heavy metal. All right, this first one comes to us from, I don't know where. I probably know, woo! Mr. Domo almost caught me on that one. All right, let's see here. It says Bishop Rotary on the outside. But anybody that knows me knows that I don't fucks with rotaries. And no. This is a Danny Fowler G machine. These Danny Fowler machines are freaking cool. They've got super great guillotines on them, little tube vices. I love the guillotine style tube vice, man. It comes down, it makes a great connection. Whew, this one's a super long stroke for a liner. He also does, now this is an aluminum machine. He also does little inserts in the back. You can probably see it on camera there. See it right down there where you put your clip cord. And it's so that your clip cord's actually hitting something that creates the power. Now he hides his capacitors underneath. I dig that. And this thing, it's aluminum, and it was, let's see if it's got a date on it. It is an 03. So this one was made in this century, which is weird for these. You don't see many of them that were made past 2000, especially not for sale. People still use them. So that is the first foray into What's in the Mail today. Now this one looks unmolested. It's got all of its original parts. You can tell that it's been well used because of the spring. The springs always show wear first. They're the uncoated metal, so if anything's gonna rust or corrode or whatever, it's always gonna be your spring first. So yeah, this one looks like it's seen some time in the saddle there. Now that being said, it's super clean. It's still got some of its luster to it. I bet if I took this thing apart and buffed it up, it would look brand new again. So that's the first thing we got in the mail today. I think that's pretty damn cool. Now, I think I paid $60 for this. Anytime you can get an original Danny Fowler machine for $60, do it, because it is definitely worth it. So this second one comes to us from our buddy in San Juan Capistrano, California. Oh yeah, these are some, now I'm gonna take them both. I got two of them. Now I bought two of them because, well, for one, because they were selling two of them in one auction. But that is a beautiful looking dog leg. I thought they were Tony Lynx at first, but they are not. They're a man who calls himself Artie Joe. His real name is John Hashey. Now, John Hashey, this is one of his custom machines, and it's fairly well built. It looks similar to a Spalding build. It's got your plastic on your rear binding post, which you've seen a lot of in Spalding machines. Now the thing that cracks me up is it looks like he's got wood screws in the front there, just little Phillips head screws. You don't see Phillips heads much in machine screws. It doesn't look like a bad machine. It's super light. But the reason I bought it is because there were two of them on the same auction. Now that first one, totally unmolested. The second one has been late night sneaky uncled, man. Like somebody came in and took off the front and rear binding post, replaced them with a copper front and rear binding post. It's got a silver, it looks like a Unimax, silver contact point on it. The armature bar looks like an Aaron Kane speed bar. Now it does look like it's got the original coils, but somebody's drilled it, and you could tell that wasn't drilled by the maker, you know. And then sanded off some of this great looking anodized. It was anodized at one point, all purple. But they sanded off some of the anodized, some of the anodized stuff. And we'll see how these run. This one, you could tell this one has been messed with. Everything's on it. Everything looks correct. When you pull it down, there is zero. There's barely an air gap in there. That's super nice. It's a super nice machine. Now this Artie Joe fella, he is from Florida, and he owns a CNC machine, which you can absolutely tell that these machines were CNC. They're super clean. I love the frame on this one. We'll see how these run. But these two machines, and it came with all the parts that they took off of this one when it was original. These two machines ran me $150, not each, for both. So $75 each. Named machines for $75. Anytime you can get that, because that is a smoking deal on any machine that runs well. Any machine that runs well, hell, that runs at all. From a named maker, grab them. So we'll see how those run. Those will be in an upcoming. That one's got some rattle to it. Hopefully nothing broke. This one again is from San Juan Capistrano. This guy sells a bunch of tattoo machines, and I buy a ton of them off of him. Let's see which one this is. So, and sometimes he sends little extras, which I think that's what's rolling around in there. It looks like some kind of screw and then a contact point, another Unimax contact point there. Let's see what this is. What do we got here? Ooh, that is a Dennis Dwyer Mad Max. Now, this is one of the older Mad Maxes. No, this one has not been late night sneaky uncled, it looks like. This one is put together really well. And it's his square coils. Now, no offense to Dennis, because Dennis he just celebrated a birthday. He's 73 years old now. But for a while, he was making some of the best machines in the world. The nail machine, the Mad Max, just to name a couple. But they were always balls on, beautiful, badass machines. That's when they had the square coils. Then he started getting really cheap Chinese coils, and you can tell they're thinner. The wiring in them usually isn't done very well, and they definitely don't run like a Dennis Dwyer should. Now this one doesn't look like one of those. This one looks like one of the older ones. That is an old Mad Max. Love it. It's got a cut vise, a quick change tube vise on it, with a little shelf underneath it. It looks like that's a pretty cool design, you know. And then like these have been knocked off so many times, but this is definitely a Dennis Dwyer. and it looks like it's been pretty well used. Somebody's dropped it once and cracked off some of the chrome there. Still a great machine though. I did pay a little over 100 on that one. I'd do it again, honestly. That one you're going to see it again in another upcoming Machine Heads episode. I'm just going to go ahead and throw the extra parts here in this extra parts bag. Okay, so now, last but certainly not least, is this one. And this one is from AOK Pawn from Wichita, Kansas. This is a pawn shop that got this in and decided we don't know enough about it, let's put it on eBay. Let's see what we got from them. Oh. This is an older one, and you've seen me get these before. This is yet another Spalding and Rogers Puma. Now this Puma is a flat side Puma. Super nice. It's got the square coils, and the coils on it look extremely tiny. These have to be like 6 wrap coils. I've never seen one with coils on it this little. It's got a silver contact point, but it is missing the set screw. That is easy enough to fix. Now, I got this one because I got it for 45 bucks. And I thought, man, that is cheap as all get out. And it is pre-lever lock. Didn't have a lever lock on it. Looks like they were just using the wing nut method on this one. Now, once again, these little Spalding machines, they're awesome. I like them. I don't use them because they normally just don't have the power that I like when tattooing. Now they're good for little fine line pieces and stuff. But these, like this one in particular, was made back in a time when you just didn't change the needle out a whole bunch. And I know today that sounds terrible, but back then they didn't change them out a ton. Now this one's got the flathead screws on the front and the flathead screws on the side. That's usually indicative, but of an older machine. Now I've seen some unscrupulous sellers out there try to mimic that, and they will put on, because all you have to do is change the screws, and now you've taken it from a machine worth not much to a machine worth quite a bit. I can tell by the back of this saddle that this is a sandcast. That is a sandcast Puma. So we're probably looking at 1970s or a little below on this. Wonderful machine, and definitely for the price I got it for, they definitely didn't know what they had. I think I got this for like 50, 60 bucks, I think. 70 maybe. It wasn't any more than that though. Again, you'll see this in an upcoming Machine Heads episode. We're gonna pop it on to, we're gonna pop it on. Got lost in it there for a minute. Did you see that? Y'all lost me for a minute. That happens a lot with tattoo machines in my hand. If you see one of these little ones out there, just pop on it. These are nice. They're super light. I like to, me personally, I like to take them and rebuild them. I take everything off of them. If you like, you can send off to Spalding and Rogers. They still have all the parts for these. You can make it legit, Spalding and Rogers setup, or you can, get you some coils, or if you wrap your own coils, make a good set of coils, put it on there. Personally, I usually don't care for their coils. Now the older ones had better coils, the newer ones have good coils. The 80s and 90s models, the coils were, but they're getting a lot better. I know those guys out there work real hard to make these machines real nice. So I got one of the new Sandcast Supremes. Runs like a freaking dream, man. Like, those are super nice. If you want a super nice running machine, check out the new Spalding Supremes. The Sandcasts, they're just as good as the ones from the 70s. All right, so that is, I'm just sitting here geeking out on all these machines now. There's 5 machines in one day. What do y'all think of that? So, that is all we had. That's all I had for what's in the mail today. Yeah, that's a great what's in the mail. They're all gonna turn into machine head segments. So keep an eye out for them. You'll get to see how those Artie Joes run. I'm real curious about those. I know the other ones should run fine. They're all named machines. So I'm gonna flip it back over to announcer Eric, and we'll see what he's got left for us. See y'all next time. Hey, what do I got left for you? I've got a machine head segment left for you. Check this out.
Hey everybody, Machine Head Eric back. And sorry we missed you last week. I was MIA. So, but we're gonna get you caught up, and I've got some cool stuff to show you. So, this week we are gonna be talking about these 2 machines right here. This is a Danny Fowler G machine and a Danny Fowler flatliner. Now, back when I took on my first apprentice, way back in the day, oh shit, let's get this shit right, shall we? When I took on my very first apprentice back in the day, I suggested that he pick up some Danny Fowler machines. All right. So today we're gonna be discussing these Danny Fowler machines. I recently got 2 of them. The G machine is an aluminum. It's super light. The flatliner, I believe it's aluminum too. It's way too light to be anything else. And it does have a yoke on it, so which leads me to believe that it is aluminum. Whoa. So when I had my first apprentice way back in the day, I got off track for a second. I suggested that he get a set of Danny Fowler streamliners, Danny Fowler flatliners, and he did, and it made his journey a lot easier than it would have been. Now, listen to that. This thing is just as strong as it ever was, man. They run super nice. You can get them to do shading or lining, depending on how you set them up. Now, Danny, what he does is he always, and you can tell if you got a real Danny Fowler, because there's a bunch of fakes out there, let me tell you. The Chinese market got onto this G machine years ago. I got a fake one out on the coffee table. Looks like it, does not run like it whatsoever. It just runs like poo. Now, this little flatliner, I didn't give a whole ton for this, a couple $100 probably back in the day. They used to come in a little coffin, which I dug, you know. But yeah, they're super nice little machines. And they run like the devil. So that one that's all original. Nothing that I can tell has been messed with on this too much. Somebody might have turned the contact point, but man, they sound great, don't they? I can't believe I don't have these in rotation now. I should. So yeah, this is the little flatliner flatliner. You call them a flatliner. Oh, they are flatliners. We'll get that out. So this one is the little G machine, and it is all aluminum. Now, the great part about these is you can buff these up, take them apart, buff them up. They look brand new. I have not done it to this one, obviously. But this one, again, is an all original machine. Let's see how this one sounds. Turn this one down a little bit. Oh yeah, just as strong as the day is long. So like, if you're out there and you're thinking, maybe I'm gonna pop on a Danny Fowler machine, don't sleep on it. These are awesome. Collectability, I give these older ones about a 7 or 8 out of 10. Usability, I'll give them a 10 out of 10. They rock. They do very good work, and these are so adjustable, it's almost silly. So, like the spring saddle has an adjustment screw on the side there. So you can, well, where am I? So you can take that, loosen it up, and then bring that up or down. Same way with the flatliner. He does these adjustable spring shelves. So if you want to bring your action up or down, depending on the springs that you're going to put on it, you've got the ability to do that with these. Now, like I said, these I give them a 7 to 8 out of 10 for collectability because he did make a ton of these. This one is number 4430, and this one is number 3554. This one was from 03, and this one was from 2010. They're all dated, they're all signed, they're all stamped. That's how you know that you've got an actual Danny Fowler. So, like I said, don't sleep on these. If you want one, pop on one, because they're pretty darn cool little machines. Danny, if you're out there listening, you make a hell of a machine, and thank you for all the time you put into this industry doing it. That's all I have for you today on Machine Heads. I'll see you next week. Y'all take it easy.
Okay, so that's it for today, and hopefully you all enjoyed what you saw. If you dig this show, please like and subscribe. We are very close to our 1,000 count subscribers now. I'm gonna give away a massive collection. Y'all will not believe it. So stay tuned and subscribed, and until I see you again, I want you to do a few things for me. I want you to take a large envelope of money, and I want you to go down to the post office. Till we meet again, I want y'all to do a few things for me. I want y'all to stay safe. I want y'all to be nice to each other, no matter what. And I want you to all to keep on collecting.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching, and please hit the subscribe button down below and check out these videos. We worked real hard on these too, and I think if you enjoyed this one, you'll enjoy those too.